Yo, what's going on, guys? This is a raw trading live session with me right now. The background is a little crazy. I'm in Dubai, not my typical setup, but traveling around right now. So wanted to go ahead and show you guys that it's possible you can make money from your laptop anywhere. So yeah, this is literally me right now. You can see live account, obviously. Chipotle is the current trade I'm in right now. I'm going to break that down for you guys in a second. ES was a trade I took earlier today. It's currently 10:30, so just an hour after the market opened in Eastern time. So really solid day so far. Already made 800 locked in on ES. I want to break that down for you right now, and then also show you the live trade that I'm currently in, my thought process behind it, and show you how it ends up playing out and how I'm managing my risk, all of that good stuff. So let me move this over, show you exactly what I'm looking at. Now, the ES trade, this is currently Chipotle. Let me move this up, show you guys ES. Beautiful. So what did I see in this ES trade? So I was actually looking at SPY when I ended up trading ES. So you can see with SPY, I have this blue zone here. All right, so market opened right here today. Yesterday we had a crazy day, just all the way green. I had this huge blue zone marked here. Now, what is this blue zone? This is what I call single prints. Okay, single prints are one of the strategies that I use inside of my trading. And to go all the way in depth on single prints is something I can do in a later video. But for now, all you need to really know is that they kind of act as like a pivot, right? So above it, I want to be bullish. Below it, I want to be bearish, right? Very simple to understand. Now, what did I actually see? Like, how did I actually get in, and why did I end up taking this trade? Let me go ahead and break it down for you. Now, ES, I like trading ES futures, but I love looking at the SPY chart, right? So I had my zone here, and I saw that price was basically rejecting out of my blue zone, right? So coming into the market, I said if we can, if price can hold above this blue zone, we can definitely see a move higher, potentially up to this gap fill area, or up to this supply zone that I had marked on ES, right? So you can see on ES, let me just get rid of these lines real quick. I had the supply zone marked all the way up here, and this demand zone marked all the way down here. So I was looking to target up at this supply. Now we look back at SPY. Go ahead and turn this in. I believe I ended up getting in, right? It was on this candle, one of these three candles here. I forgot exactly when. It was one of these three candles in this area. Now, why did I decide to get in there? Okay, now the first thing is the thought process, right? I already told you guys the reason behind the trade. I was looking for price to reject this blue zone. Now, what gave me the confirmation to actually enter? If I show you, look at ES, remember this was this blue zone on SPY, basically in this area here. Go ahead and make that blue, like that. Now, the reason why I entered over here was because I actually saw price change structure, right? You can see in the beginning, we came down, stop hunted this little low here at the pre-market, ended up making a new high right above this high, like so. Came down, was unable to break this new low, came back above, and we started to see signs of an uptrend form. So I ended up getting in at 25.5 in this area here. My stop was right at the low at 19.25. I was risking about 6 points here. I had 2 contracts. So $625 risk. Ended up getting out one contract up here. I believe it was at 31. That was about a 1-to-1 risk reward. Got out one contract. Moved my stop up to right below this low here. We had this nice little demand zone form. And then ended up getting out the final contract up here at 36. Okay, very solid. Now, why did I decide to get out at 36? Well, we had a supply zone up here, so I knew as price approached supply, I want to be able to get out before supply, right? Because sometimes there's something called front running, which basically means people will put out their orders right before where they actually want to get in, because if a lot of people are looking to sell in this area, they want to make sure they get a fill. So they're going to put their order out a little bit early. You can see, ended up doing pretty good. Ended up catching it pretty close to the top, and we saw a massive dump after. So overall risk reward, got out half my size at 1-to-1, and then got out the final target at about a 1.68 risk reward. Okay, so it's not a 2R trade, not a 3R trade, but it's a profitable trade, and it works with my strategy. Okay, now if you want to learn more about like how my actual strategy works, because it's not simply just looking at one zone and then buying, right? There's a lot of other things I'm looking at. I actually made a free training for you guys. I'll leave that in the link in the description. But we do have a live trade going on right now, so I want you to stick with me for this and go ahead and check that out after. Now, Chipotle. Currently in this Chipotle trade right now, this thing has almost very low volume on it, which is a downside. But see, we're only down 25 bucks. I'm only in one contract, right? I'm being very conscious of my risk. Okay, so the max risk on this trade is going to be $400. Okay, now the reason for that is because I'm already up 825. I definitely don't want to go red on the day. I want to make sure I give myself some buffer so I'm not emotionally going to lose all my profits, right? And you want to stay consistent with your risk as well. Okay, so currently in one contract on CMG. Now, why did I decide to get in this trade? What is the thought process behind this one? Well, I'm currently still in it. But essentially, it's a very solid trade of simply supply and demand, right? That's the easiest way to break it down without going into depth and making this an hour-long video of everything else that I look at, okay? So we actually almost got stopped out. You can see I had my stop right above the supply up at 1829. We got up to 1826, ended up coming down, kind of consolidating right now at 1819. We got in a little bit harder to see on TradingView, but on Thinkorswim, the candles form a little bit better. But I was also looking at the level 2 a little bit. Decided to get in as price approached this 1920 area, hit the supply, stop above that high. You can see I have this red zone marked. The reasoning for that is because it's actually supply zone. So market opened right here at 930. We had a gap close at 1820, which is essentially where I wanted to get in short. This red zone as well also aligned with the previous resistance level. Right, so this is a institutional level, right here at 1816. So I was looking at this zone for an area to short in the market open because we ended up on a gap down. So that's the current trade right now. Simply in it, I have my stop. I still need to place it, but after this video, I'm going to do that. I'm going to set my stop loss up here and set my target up down here. Walk away from the trade and just let it do its thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is pause the video. I'm going to resume it, come back when the trade does its thing, whether I get stopped out, whether I'm in profit, and show you guys the results. So here it is. All right, guys, so I'm back. It's been a few hours since that last clip, and I ended up getting stopped out on CMG. So you can see I ended up losing about $650. Definitely a little more than I expected. Simply trading options was a little bit more than I thought because of the spreads. But at the end of the day, that's okay. It's what I expected. Around that area. So total so far on the day up 175 bucks. Typically at this point I would step away. However, I do see a potential opportunity with SPY bouncing off of this supply zone, or ES bouncing off the supply zone. So what I'm going to do is pause right here, give it a little bit, see if I get into a trade. I'll update you guys if I do get into another trade. If not, I'll do another outro as well. Hey guys, so I didn't end up getting into another trade. Basically just didn't see my setup. Went off to the gym, did some other things. So end of the day there, pretty solid day. Just wanted to quickly say, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos like this, leave a comment down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So make sure to subscribe, leave a like, click that link in the description to learn about my free training, and I'll see you guys in the next video.